John Cena is one of the biggest stars in the history of not only WWE, but in the history of pro wrestling. And ironically, him getting into the business, in his own words, was an accident. And in today's video, I'm going to break this down because he told a very interesting story while appearing on Kevin Hart's Heart to Heart Peacock series, which is now available for subscribers. Before we do, all I ask is hit that subscribe button for more wrestling content. Now look, John Cena has gone on to hold multiple world heavyweight title reigns. He's tied the record for world title reigns with Ric Flair. It doesn't look like he's going to break that record, although I think he should. But John Cena has now transitioned from wrestling to acting. And he's done so very, very well. Some could argue that while he's not as popular as The Rock as an actor, could be better as an actor than The Rock. I digress. John Cena was the latest Hulk Hogan, the latest Rock, the latest Stone Cold. Roman Reigns is now what John Cena was to this current generation. And when he was talking about how he got into the wrestling business, he recalled, look, and I forget what degree he got, but he went to college, he got a 4-year degree. He moved out to California, and he couldn't land a job. Just no one wanted to hire him. And so then he tried to be a highway patrolman and failed at that, in his words. And then he was talking about how he was about to join the military. And then a buddy of his was like, hey, we just trained with some wrestlers out in Orange County. Thought about going down. And he's like, wait a minute. You can train to become a wrestler? And they're like, yeah. And he's like, well, all right, let's go. Let's go check out the ring. And so he saw the ring and he saw it. And it was like, whoa. And once he saw the ring, he knew that's what I'm going to do. And he pointed out, and I quote, he said, it wasn't like I'm going to be The Rock. I was like, I'm going to exist out here, do this as long as I can as a weekend hobby, and never thought it would be anything. So it happened by accident. The fact that John Cena getting into wrestling was an accident, and the idea that he could have not been a wrestler, not been a part of WWE history, is fascinating to me. You know, and I mentioned this in a previous video. John Cena always tells a story about how he was almost fired by Stephanie McMahon prior to him getting the rapping gimmick. That's also mind-boggling. Not to say that like he had a lot of promise at the time. He had a great physique, but he wasn't a very good wrestler. And then he got over with the rapping gimmick. So anyway, thought that was a fun story. Let me know down in the comments area below what you think.